You told me he was dead. You told me you watched him go over the waterfall with a Bowie knife in his back.
It'll cost me plenty. Architects own.
Where is he now? Sao Paulo. Playing.
Good to see you, sir. Sir, just take my word on it.
You really need to ask. That squealing son of a bitch is the only witness to what went down in that cave. He saw us cut down a dozen unarmed tribesmen. I don't care if he spends the rest of his days as a washed-up beach bum playing in an Eagles cover band. Amnesty is searching for him, and so is Interpol. If they get to him first, we'll go down for mass murder. Of course he needs to go. And for real, this time, I don't care how you do it, just do it properly. Or I send Adrian to toss you over a waterfall.
Is the council still in session?
No, they've called a recess. Sophia Washington wants them to pass some kind of motion, but one of the council members is fighting her tooth and nail.
Huh. Wouldn't happen to be Jebediah Block, the coal baron, would it?
Yeah, how do you know?
Well, I happen to know he's on the council. He's one of the original 5. You know, the first people to fund the Arc Society back in '91. Plus, I just walked in on Sophia Washington screaming Block's name while beating up a pillow cushion. Oh, she was properly pissed.
Jeez, must mean a lot to her. What's it about?
What am I, paparazzi? I just work for these assholes. Same as you.
Well, keep me posted, in case teeth start flying.
Can do.
Mr. Block, you look troubled.
You're Jameson.
I'm a friend of the Arc Society, yes. If I may be so bold, I heard about your predicament, and, well, I believe I may offer a fresh perspective.
Why not? Shoot.
All right. Say the world does collapse. The weather goes haywire, the poles melt, and the Arc Society heads off to a comfortable Arctic sanctuary, while the rest of civilization falls into chaos.
That's about the gist of it. Sounds great to me. No more needy assholes. Why wait?
Well, you do realize what kind of place it'll be, right?
What are you talking about?
100 or so people? No market, no economy, no social structures. It will be like a space colony. Everyone equal and dependent on each other. It will be egalitarian, sir. It will be, well, communist.
That's what I paid almost $2 billion for? Why didn't anyone tell me sooner?
Merely food for thought, Mr. Block. Good night.
I need to, think.
Shit!
I hate to say this, Jebediah, but Miss Washington makes a valid point. Climate change denial has served you well so far, but the world is finally catching up. The Corona Treaty is only the beginning. Change is coming.
Bah humbug. The council has been usurped by latte-sipping tree huggers. This vote can't possibly be binding, can it?
Of course not. We're a secret society. It's not like we can take our disagreements to court.
But what?
But, provided that the others agree, the chairwoman does have the power to throw you off the council for obstruction. All rights and privileges removed.
Expel me? That two-bit treasure hunter, Sophia Washington, has the power to expel me? Jebediah Block?
Technically.
Okay. I need an edge, and I need it fast.
Well, why don't you call that fixer of yours Yates? He's gotten you out of a jam before.
Oh, I will. This ain't over.
Good to go.
Yates, Jebediah, listen, I'm in a bit of a scrap. I need some leverage on the Washington twins. That's right, Byron's girls. Sophia Washington is trying to screw me, and I need some dirt on her. ASAP. Should be plenty to choose from. Oh, you will do a hell of a lot better than that, Yates. I'm not paying you Monday morning money. I'm paying you right the fuck now money. Find me some dirt. Jesus! Hey, man, hands off. You're gonna suck...
How you doing?
Miss Washington, after due consideration, I have revised my position. I would like to support your motion.
Well, well, look at you, Block. Finding your good sense and manners. Come along, then. I'll call a vote at once. I knew you'd come around. You're stubborn, Block, but you're not a schmuck. You know I'm right. The analysts at my father's think tank have been grinding the data for months, and they are rarely wrong. The Karuna Agreement, climate litigation. We estimate that fossil fuel companies like yours have a decade, at best, before you're all resigned to the junkyard of history. And what kind of secret society would we be if we didn't keep each other in power?
What indeed?
I knew we could talk sense. Just vote in favor of my motion, and I promise you, Block, you'll power the world for decades to come. Who cares how, as long as you're the one getting paid.
Ain't that the truth?
Friends and founders, the recess is over. Let's return to the council room and proceed with the vote.
Sgail, fill me in. So the transcripts are real. Janus really did call the estate in Romania? Could the signal have been faked or the dates altered? Don't underestimate Lucas Gray.
Please take
That's a
your
mistake we're not making again. If he wanted Janus dead, he is fully capable of tricking ICA to do his dirty work.
Mr.
Don't
Block.
forget he's done it
Everyone is
before.
waiting for you.
The real
Won't you
question
be so
is
good as
why?
to take your seat?
If Gray somehow knew about Janus, he would use him to get to me, not have him killed.
Block. What are you, spy? Take your seat and let's get on
Yeah,
with it.
that bothers me as well. Let's say Gray was just a figurehead and that Janus really was the true head
Ladies
of the
and
militia.
gentlemen, due
How
to
did he
unforeseen
make Cassidy
circumstances,
turn
the vote is
traitor so
postponed until
fast?
further notice.
The
I
man was
apologize for
loyal
wasting
to a
your time.
fault, and yet
The council is
Burnwood
adjourned.
insisted that Janus and Cassidy worked together. The only explanation would be if ICA knew that Cassidy could contradict their version of the story. But this makes no sense. What reason would they have to go after Janus? ICA is neutral. I need to think. Thank you, Sgail.
Let's reiterate. For decades, you, the titans of the energy industry, have conspired to obscure the truth about climate change through lobbying, misinformation, and propaganda. This strategy has been incredibly successful, but all good things must come to an end. It is time for you to adapt or die, ladies and gentlemen. This is why our analysts have devised a 10-year transition plan to keep you in power. Play this right, and you will not only thrive, but this time, you will be the good guys. In other words, you have nothing to lose. So, everyone in favor, say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Yay or nay, Block? Silence is consent. Cat got your tongue, Block. What say you? Right. I will have to interpret that as an aye. The vote is unanimous. The motion is passed. And now, I believe a toast is in order.
Aye.
5 ayes. The vote is unanimous. The motion is passed. And now, I believe a toast is in order to the future. Signed, sealed, and delivered.
To the future. The future.
The future.
Mental note. Weed out the Victorian.
Nay.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Nay.
Oh, for the love of... Ah, idiot.
Son of a...
Blocked. You stupid.
That's 4 ayes and 1 nay. Jebediah Block vetoes the motion. This council is adjourned until further notice. Block. A word? Upstairs. Right away, please. So, are you gonna tell me what the hell you're playing at?
Just looking out for number 1.
Don't be an idiot. There's no future in coal, Block. You have one choice. Go green or go extinct. Now, personally, I don't give a shit if you go the way of the dodo, but you are one of the Ark Society's biggest contributors. We'd hate to lose your business. Besides, if terrestrial coal goes under, who will pay for your children's survival? Your grandkids. After all, nobody says disaster will strike in our lifetime. You have a moral duty to stay rich, Block.
Nice try. But I don't have grandchildren.
You just had to make this difficult, didn't you? Here's the deal, Block. My family and I, we serve a group of powerful individuals who prefer to stay anonymous. Letting the climate go to hell in a handbasket has served their interests well, but only up to a point. You see, they are sitting on some patents that'll knock your socks off. Weather control systems, recycling pollution as fuel, cold fusion, you name it. And they plan to make trillions protecting the world from the very threat they worked so hard to create. But to do so, they need you guys to quite literally stop fighting windmills.
Huh. The truth at last. And what's in it for Jebediah Block?
Gentlemen, please give me and Mr. Block a moment. I offered you a carrot. Now, here's the stick. We know about Montana, Block. The mine collapse in 2015. It would be a shame if the American public got wind of your somewhat creative approach to safety regulations. Your popularity ratings are just south of John Wilkes Booth as it is.
I see.
You have until dawn to change your position and pass this motion, and you and I, we never had this talk. Whoever you are, Constant, your days are numbered. Zoe and me will take your place, just you wait. Think you're safe, Constant? Think you're in control? You haven't dealt with the Washington twins.
So, Block changed his mind. That's a first.
I guess you can teach an old dog new tricks.
Well, the smart money's in green energy now, that's for sure. Even Block sees that. Besides, global warming has its beneficial side effects. Those huge swathes of land that we bought up in Antarctica are soon to be ice-free. The mining rights alone will be worth billions. In 5 years, Hampson Oil will be oil in name only.
Here, here. If we all play our cards right, climate change will be the biggest cash grab in history.
Shame if the American public got wind of your somewhat creative approach to safety regulations. Your popularity ratings are just south of John Wilkes Booth as it is.
I see.
You have until dawn to change your position.
Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Mr. Ray, what's your status?
I'm at the helicopter, but the place is crawling with security. 47, you better bring the Constant to the harbor where it's less crowded. You can hijack one of the Archean boats.
A remote trigger. Must be a kill switch.
Armed with that, I bet you could make the Constant come quietly. Good thinking, 47. No! 47, that was our only lead on the partners. Abort mission.
Against my mentor's wishes, because I saw something in you. And this is how you repay me? You think because the partners noticed you that you have their trust, their confidence. I have served them for decades, and you don't even know their names.
And yet, you're the one with a poison chip in your neck, and I'm the one holding the trigger.
You?
Both targets down. Impressive work, 47. And now, to confront the Constant. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
Stay low!
Yes,
In position. You did your part, 47. Now head for an exit. Leave the Constant to me.
Shit. The Constant has been alerted, 47. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
To us both.
I've secured the helicopter. You should be heading straight for me. Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. I'll handle this. Package secure. Returning to base. Have the anesthetic ready. Over.
Bloody hell. That was a close call. Head towards the next 47. We're done here. That is Sophia Washington, chairwoman of the Ark Society, professional treasure hunter, and...
A remote trigger. Must be a kill switch.
I bet this would make the Constant come quietly. But first things first, 47. Focus on the target.
I don't like this part of the job.
That was premature, 47. Quick, get him out of sight, then finish the mission. The clock is ticking. Shit. The Constant has been alerted, 47. Mr. Gray, what's your status?
Man, I got nothing.
I've secured the helicopter. You should be heading straight for me. Do not engage. I repeat, do not engage. I'll handle this. Package secure. Returning to base. Have the anesthetic ready. Over.
Bloody hell. That was a close call. But we're not in the clear yet, 47. You need to take down the remaining Washington twin, and fast, before she activates the kill switch. Go now. The clock is ticking.
Look at you, Finnegar. All dressed to kill. Now, let's do this thing. Light her up.
As the world burns, we rise from its ashes. Not just to survive, but to live.
Both targets down. Threat neutralized. Oh, bloody hell. That was a close call, 47. Now head towards an exit. We're done here.
The Ark Society must not only commit itself to survival, but to progress. Be it our next home in the stars, or the next step in human evolution.